Today I'm going to be sharing some of my favorite tips and different techniques that you can use while learning how to float. So let's start by warming up the wrists. You can come into a tabletop position. Hands are flat on the mat. Fingertips are spread out wide and arms are straight. And then just begin to go forward past the wrist, taking the shoulders past the wrist. And then coming back. And then again forward. Maybe taking the shoulders past the fingertips, and then back again. And we'll just do that a few more times. Okay, now you can take the fingertips to face the outside, and then I like to do sort of like an infinity sign around my wrists. You can also go side to side if you'd prefer to do that. Okay, now you can take the fingertips to face the back, and then you can just try to sit back on your heels, but keeping the palms flat on the mat. It's going to be a little bit easier if you bring the knees in forward or up a bit, and then it's going to be more challenging if you take them back. So just find whatever's comfortable for you, and then just breathe there. Now you can shake the wrists out a little bit, roll them around. Okay, after the wrists, we're going to move on to warming up the body. To warm up the body, I like to do sun salutations, but I already previously warmed up before this video. If you need to, you can pause the video, and then whenever you're ready, you can come back. So after I warm up the wrist and the body, we can just come into a forward fold, and then again, hands are flat on the mat, fingertips are spread out wide, and then if you need to, you can bend your knees, just make sure that the arms are straight. And then we're just going to begin to put some weight onto the hands. So again, taking the shoulders past the wrist, and then maybe past the fingertips. And you can come onto your toes, rounding the back here, and then starting to pull the Uddiyana Bandha up. Just go as far as you can, and then come back down. And then you can try that again. If you are a beginner, you might feel like you're gonna fall forward. So in order to keep yourself from falling forward, you're going to use the fingertips as brakes to bring yourself back. Okay? So you can try that as many times as you'd like. Eventually you can straighten out the legs. Okay? And then once you feel comfortable, we're going to begin to take tiny hops back. And then whenever you're going back, I like to think of this as like distributing your body weight. So the hips, which is the center of gravity, are really heavy. So if everything is going back, it's going to be really difficult to control your body weight. But so whenever I go back, I'm going to bring the chest forward as my legs are going back. That way it's going to be a lot easier to control my weight and come down slowly as I'm coming down. So I'm just going to show you really quick, and then you can do it afterwards. Okay. So come onto the hands, and then inhale, chest goes forward, and legs go back. And then I'm going to land in a low push-up. Okay. So you can try that with me now. Just take a tiny hop. So put weight onto the hands, go forward a little bit. Inhale, hop. Chest goes forward, legs go back. And then as you're coming down, you're pulling the Uddiyana Bandha up. So that way it's easier to land slowly rather than landing hard on the mat. So once you get a little bit more comfortable, you can start to take bigger hops, and eventually you're going to be getting the hips over the shoulders, and then the same thing, coming down slowly, pulling the Uddiyana Bandha up. So I'm going to show you what that looks like, and then you can do it with me as well. So weight on the hands, going forward past the wrist, hop up, and then slowly come down. And then same thing, you're landing in low push-up. So that's what that one looks like. So some tips for doing this is you're going to need a certain amount of shoulder and arm strength. So to begin to build that strength, you can do sun salutations. So whenever you're in that push-up position, you're going to come forward and round the back. And then as you're coming down, you're going to resist, sort of like a reverse push-up. So you can try that again with me. So round as you're coming forward, and then slowly resist as you're coming down. And then if you do that every single day, you're going to eventually build that strength that you need. So the second tip that I have is learning how to use the Uddiyana Bandha. So in order to learn how to use the Uddiyana Bandha, you can learn how to do the Uddiyana Bandha Kriya or the Nali Kriya. So learning how to do the Uddiyana Bandha Kriya is really going to change your practice. Learning how to use the Uddiyana Bandha and activating it is essential in learning how to float. So you can try taking a higher jump and then getting your hips over your shoulders, and then controlling your body as you come down. So inhale, hop, chest forward, legs back. Okay, so now we can move on to floating forward from downward facing dog. So again, you can do the same thing, just taking a tiny hop forward, and then you're going to focus on, as you're coming forward, as you're going up, you're also coming forward, and then the weight is going to come onto your shoulders, and you're going to take the shoulders past the wrists again. So you can come onto your toes, and then you can come in closer if you'd like. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, tiny hop forward, and land softly And you can bend your knees to start off if you need to as well. Okay, so we can try that again. So you can tell that when I'm coming forward, or when I'm hopping forward, my shoulders are going forward as well. And have a little bit more control over my body, and I'm also pulling the Uddiyana Bandha up. So bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, hop, and then softly. Okay, and then again, once you become more comfortable with that action, you can begin to take higher jumps, and then the same thing. Eventually, your hips are going to go over your shoulders. Okay, so come into downward facing dog. Go on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, hop forward. And slowly lower down. Okay, and then if you'd like, you can try it again with me. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, hop. And slowly lower down. Okay. So a tip for this one is just learning the balance between not going too far back, but also using enough momentum to get your hips over your shoulders. And then a few more tips that I have is one, doing toe taps. So come into a forward fold, and then same thing, taking the weight onto the hands. Fingertips are spread out wide, arms are straight. And then you're just going to take one foot to your wrist, and then take the weight forward, pull up through the Uddiyana Bandha, stay there for a little bit, and then bring it down. And then same thing with the other foot. Pulling up. Okay, and then you can just keep doing that back and forth between each foot, and then maybe eventually you can take both feet up. And then down. And then you can try it again. And then down. And then another tip that I have is if you already practice, handstands, so I think it's just as important coming down from a handstand as it is going up. So what I mean is you come up into a handstand, and then you're gonna practice slowly lowering down, and that's gonna help a lot with floating, just in general. So you can try it again. Even if you practice handstands on the wall, you can still practice coming down slowly. So again, go up into handstand, and then slowly lower down. Good. And then maybe you can lower down with your legs straight. Good. So that's all the tips I have for this video. I hope you find this helpful, and thank you for watching.